Hello learners, welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to look at Form 2 Mathematics under the angle properties of a circle. But before we look at the question, if you are watching this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell below so that anytime we produce a video like this, you'll automatically be notified. Going straight to the question, in the figure below, O is the center of the circle, and OB, that is O is the center, and OB bisects angle ABC. Given that angle BAC, this angle is 40 degrees, find angle AABO. This is the angle we are supposed to look for. This question is very simple if you understand the properties that you are supposed to apply here. So one of the principles that we are going to apply, and even before we look at the principles, if this is the angle 40 here, we know the angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center, and therefore if this is 40, the angle here is going to be 80 degrees, since the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference, or the angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center. Then from there we know OB is the radius of the circle, then OC is again the radius, and therefore this one and this, that is OB and OC are equal. So if OB and OC are equal, we are going to have an isosceles triangle OBC. If this is an isosceles triangle, always the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. We know this is a triangle, and the sum total angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if this is 80, from 180 we are going to have 100. Then 100 you divide by 2, this one is going to be 50 degrees. This one is going to be 50 degrees. We are not interested with this side, of course, but then let us try to analyze the question together. Another thing that our students should know, you are always allowed to draw your own chords. So if we draw a line joining point O to point A, we are going to split this angle 40 into 2, and therefore this one is going to be 20 degrees, and this other side here is going to be 20 degrees. From here we know OA is the radius of the circle, OB is the radius of the circle, and therefore OB must be equal to OA. That gives again an isosceles triangle OBA. In this case, if this is 20, we know for an isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. Therefore, if this is 20, this must be 20 degrees. And this being an isosceles triangle, if you take 20 plus 20, that will give you 40. Then if you want to get the size of this angle here, you are going to take 180, you less 40, and this one is going to be equal to 140. So this is a point here. If this is 140 and this is 80, and you want to get the size of this angle here, it is very simple. So this triangle OAC is again isosceles, so you can take the 20. Again here we have 20 degrees, so 20 plus 20 will give you 40 from 180. This one is going to be 140 degrees. Or you can equally say 140 plus 140 will give you 220. If you take 360 you minus 220, this one will be equal to 140. But the angle we are supposed to look for, it is the size of the angle ABO. The size of the angle ABO is going to be equal to 20 degrees. And by so doing, you would have answered the question very well. But what if somebody asks you about the reason as to why your answer is 20? you can say the base angles of an isosceles triangle are always equal. Thank you for watching and welcome.